mentioned a few minutes ago that e is used in the natural base exponential function. And so this is the natural base exponential function. Y is equal to a times e raised to the rx power. This is a similar format to our basic exponential function that we learned last time. Y is equal to a times b raised to the x power. But instead of b, which remember before was either a 1 plus or a 1 minus r, now we have e raised to the r power instead of b. So we have two different cases, exponential growth and exponential decay. If our a value is positive and r is greater than 0, so it's also a positive number, then we're going to have exponential growth. But if a is greater than 0 and r is less than 0, so in other words it's a negative number, then the function is going to be exponential decay. So here are the functions. So y is equal to e raised to the x power, and y is equal to e raised to the negative x power. So this is like an r value of 1. This is like an r value of negative 1. You don't actually see a number there, but it's the implied 1. So let's go ahead and look at this. For our growth function, remember that our r value is basically a 1 because there isn't a separate number here. We're going to see that we get a y-intercept of 0, 1. And just like we learned last time, this is based on our a value. Similar to our regular exponential function, we also have an asymptote at y equals 0. Our domain is still all real numbers, and our range is y is greater than 0. Notice that at a value of 1, we are at a y value of 2.718. Well, that is e raised to the first power, right there. So that is, in effect, our b value that we learned before. Remember, at 1, our value was at b. Now let's look at our negative exponent on e. So if we have e to the negative x, we can see that we have a decay function. We still have the same characteristics. Our y-intercept is at our a value of 1 because there isn't a number out here in front. Our asymptote, again, at y equals 0, domain of all real numbers, and range y greater than 0. So all of these basics are the same as the basics that we saw for our regular exponential function last time. The thing that's different is this point right here. This is a value of e to the negative 1 power. So if you put that in your calculator, e raised to the negative 1 power, you're going to get a value of 0.368. So at a value of 1, our b value, which is e to the negative 1 power, is 0.368.